started. And just so everybody knows, and you're pretty much used to the routine now, but I'll continue with the 7 o'clock Eastern time fast start calls. But as of now, our chats that were Tuesdays and Thursdays, April's power hours that were Monday and Thursdays. Okay, those are on hold for now. While we do the 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern corporate call for the 25 ITT. Okay, that's every night this week. I don't know how long it's going to go. I know it's weekdays, so I know it's every day this week. I don't know if it's just going to keep going for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm not sure. But as long as that's going on, we won't be competing with Power Hour and chats and other things like that. And to be honest with you, we're so damn busy, the business is going nuts, that a week or two off from it isn't the worst thing right now. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, your business should be exploding. Okay, we're so far ahead of last month with enrollments, with volume, with activity, with everything. But two things I want to talk to you about tonight. Number one, fear of change. Okay, and if you're on Facebook today, you saw I did a live about it this morning. And the more I thought about it, because hundreds of people have already viewed it and started commenting and stuff, I said, it's really an appropriate conversation or training to have with our business right now about fear of change. And then the other thing I want to talk about tonight is the new app, which is just freaking awesome. I mean, I went from doing that live on Facebook this morning about fear of change, and then really started digging into the app. Okay. Now, when Ryan Goodwin was in charge with the other app, it just didn't do the things I needed it to do. So I just didn't use it. Okay. And I had even taken it off my phone. I had deleted it from the phone. So, when I put it back on, I can't believe how easy and how well it works and all the things it does. You never need to be able to log in to your back office from a computer because it's all on the app. But the communication level of things, by the way, you can keep your own phone number. You don't have to use the number that the app has. You have the option of sending a message within the app, okay, or texting somebody where they just get your real phone number, okay? So like that message that I put, the copy and paste message that I put in the Team Unity page, that message, saying, hey, this is Bob Wagner. This is my number for my business app, so this is also me. I don't necessarily need to do that now. You can also go right into your contacts in your phone from the app. Okay, so, let's say if Cheryl was my prospect, okay, and she's in my phone, okay, and maybe I've been texting with her or whatever, I can go in the app and add Cheryl from my contacts in the phone, but I don't mean typing it in manually. I mean, all I have to do is give the app granted permission to go get that name out of my phone book in my phone. I just say, yes, I know the person, and that's it. So now we have full access using the app to everybody that's already in our phone. Did you hear that? Okay. I have thousands of names in my phone, and I have full access to that from the app without manually putting it in. So I am, I'm telling you, I'm so freaking excited about the app. I can't even begin to tell you. It records everything. You know how we all like texting and instant messaging because the thread is always there. You can always look at where you were with someone. That same thread is there in the app, like instant messenger. That same thread, when I logged in, even though I had deleted the old app, okay, even though I had done that, okay, when I reloaded it up, anyone that I had messaged last year, I mean, because it's been out of my phone about a year, okay, last year, those messages were still there. Okay, so I'm telling you, everything that we got used to doing with instant message on Facebook, or the things that we really like to do with, with texting from our phone, it's all there in the app. All the great videos are there. Okay, all the great trainings are there. Everything from global is there. Everything you'd ever need to send at anybody is there. It's amazing. Okay, this is truly now a business that we can run from an app and do business anywhere in the world. The app right now is active in 5 countries and soon to be active in all countries. I would highly encourage you, if you have not done it yet, watch the app training with Kamal from corporate and Sarah Harding, who's a distributor. Okay, watch that a couple times with your phone open. So put the training on your computer so your phone is free. Go into the app and do the things as they're explaining them. It will blow your mind. The menus of the options, they scroll from left to right and right to left. So you may only see 3 things. Okay, you got to slide the bar. There's like 20 things that it does. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Okay, there were so many game changers that happened this weekend with global. So many game changers that, I'm beside myself. I'm telling you, I already told you I wasn't sleeping at night. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I could get back to work. I have no desire to sleep. I'm so excited with what's going on in the business, how it's gotten so simple. I'm not saying there's not chores to do and things to do. It's just gotten so simple, okay, because all the tools are there. And here's the thing I want to spend a few minutes talking to you about, okay? You just need to get over your chicken fears, your chicken-hearted fears, okay? You got to get over it, okay? You need to play with this app. You need to play, and you need to just start doing what is being told of you to do, okay? I understand, I used to say, 15, 20 years ago, when you had an extremely shy wallflower type of person that just couldn't lead silent prayer in church, when you had that kind of person, it'd be hard for them to just strike up a conversation with someone in the supermarket, in the restaurant, with the waitress. I mean, see, God bless me with the ability to just do that all the time. I have absolutely no issue with talking to the person next to me when they're there, not even 30 seconds, okay? I just don't care. I will do that, and I'll do it every time, okay? But I understand not everybody's wired that way. I do get that, okay? Every tool now that we need, whether you have an outgoing personality, an ingoing personality, a shy personality, an abrasive. You know how some people are abrasive? Like, oh man, I don't like that person. Well, that person's just fidgety. That person's weird. I'm weirded out by that. Do you know when we all use the same tools, nobody knows? Nobody knows, okay? The tools are there, and it has created a level playing field for those of you that are shy. I call scaredy cats, okay? How in the world, let me get my phone. How in the world could this iPhone hurt you? See, I could see the person standing next to you in the supermarket. I could see the person standing next to you in the food line. I could see the person sitting next to you in church, and you're just a scaredy cat. I can see that. That's not me, but I understand that. I can see that, okay? But how can this, okay? How could this make you afraid? I mean, the person can't jump out of the phone and bite you. They can't even jump out of the phone and yell at you. I mean, they can't do anything other than ignore your message or delete your message. That's all they could do. What is there to be afraid of? And knowing that that's the case, okay, why not do it right? Okay, why not follow the instructions? I can't wait to hear from Sean and Michelle tonight, Poe, at 9 o'clock. Okay, but what is there to be afraid of? You know, I know there's people, I guarantee you, our organization's loaded with it. Okay, I'm sure the whole company's loaded with it. They're just going to send out videos. They didn't hear a word April said last night about friending a person, going back and forth with them in conversation for a few days, and then hitting them up with a video. They're just gonna send a message out saying, hey, I don't know if this is for you, but take a look. Okay, well, you have to do that a million times to get the response you're looking for, or you can do it right and get the right response and focus on doing it 25 times the right way. Okay, the right way. Now, we're full time, so you know, April and I will probably be looking at doing it 25 times a day. The ITT program, that's 25 times in a month. That's once a day. Doing it the right way once a day. So again, I can't wait to hear what others have to say about it. And especially, you know, I know Sean and Michelle pretty well, and they've done a good job, okay, building their business. So they're pro nines in the company, and they have a big organization. They're part of Carrie Dickey's organization from early on. Well, you know, that's, you know, I want to hear what they have to say. And I'm sure there's going to be really high level quality people talking to us about it every night at 9 o'clock. But let's address the fear factor. Okay. Why do we need to fear change when the change is this? Okay. We're not relocating to another country. Okay, we're not sending our kids off to war or college for that matter. Okay, I mean, think about it. What do we have to be afraid of? Now, in the training, in the Facebook Live that I did this morning, you know, I believe when we embrace, and I mean embrace, not tolerate, but when we embrace change, some of the greatest things in life happen to us. And when we reject it, ignore it, and refuse it, nothing happens to us in life, okay? We're status quo, nothing changes. So I look back, and I remember when we were up in New York when 9/11 happened, and, you know, we were just hanging out on the beach. You know, we had a really big income, and we were hanging out on the beach, and we made a decision to move to Florida. I don't know that me and April were overly excited about it, but we were ready to make a change. But I can tell you this, our three boys were as piss could be. Our oldest, Robert, was about to be a senior in high school, okay? And his parents just decided we're moving to Florida, okay? And because he was pissed, the two younger ones, Sean and Chad, were also pissed because they were following the lead of their older brother, okay? We got down to Florida. We weren't there 2 weeks, and you couldn't pay them enough to go back to New York to visit anybody, not relatives, cousins, friends, schoolmates, teammates from nothing. They had no interest in going back to New York. Florida was the greatest thing that ever happened to them. Great weather all the time. They didn't understand the benefits of, you know, no state tax and all that. They don't know. They were just kids. But had great careers in sports, just could care less about going back. But man, that trip down, they were crying, screaming, fighting, scared, ugly. I mean, you name it, they were doing it. Well, we've all done that, okay? And there's times when maybe there was some justification for our behavior when we did that. But in this business, with the changes that were just introduced by LifeVantage, with the simplicity that has been given to us, and the only thing you and I need to do is have conversations with new people and learn to better use an app that's on our phone, okay? I mean, that's it, okay? The person can't jump out of your phone and strangle you if they don't like you, okay? I mean, you know, we need to get over it, okay? But I don't mean just get over it and spam people. I mean, get over it and do it right, okay? Do it right. April and I just contracted with another person for thousands and thousands of dollars, okay, in mentoring, okay? And I'm not going to say who it is, but April's been looking for a long time. It's outside of the company, and she finally found somebody. But it's to learn to do the things that we're not good at. It's to learn to do the things that are helping other people build multi-million-dollar businesses so that we can learn them and then teach them. Okay. But it's all different, weird, stuff from the way we earned millions of dollars in the past with herding people into a meeting room and doing a presentation and making them feel some whatever emotion was on my mind that day. Okay. Whether I was scaring them or whatever it was that was the hot button that day, and getting them to make a decision to do the business. Well, that's the old fashioned way. Now we have the tools to do things in the right way. Okay. And you have the option of doing it, once a day, once a week, once a month, or 100 times a day. You have the option of doing that, and you control the speed in which your business is going to be run. You control the speed of it. Okay. Because here's the key. I've said this, April said this, and you guys have probably said this. Okay. I want to get people in the business that are good at doing it that way. Well, guess what? That's why we got to learn how to do it, because if we catch people that way, meaning technology, meaning social media, meaning using the app, that's what I mean when I say that way. When we catch people that way, guess what? They're going to be good at doing it that way because that's the way we got them. And for those of you that knew me and April in the past, okay, you knew that we got people into business because we did a good meeting or presentation, whether it was to doctors or just regular people. But we also taught that this is the way you got in, and this is the way you get others to come in, and you bring them to the meeting that sold you on it. Because if it sold you on it, it would sell them on it. Okay, well, the same rules apply. See, that's a principle. Okay, that never changes. Okay, however a person gets involved, they're going to be very, very comfortable with getting other people to get involved the same way. See, that is a principle that never changes. What changes is a technique. Okay, the technique in which you get them involved. Okay, but the principle never changes. Okay, we're still being ourselves. We're still using our personalities. We're just doing it a little bit different than we used to do it. Okay, the technique has changed. The principles have not changed. You're still looking for needs. You're still looking for wants. You're still looking to solve issues. You're still looking to find out what it is that's bothering them that would make them happier if they can handle it. Okay, all of that stays the same. The technique is now we have access to billions of people, okay, around the world from our phone, okay, that before we could just bring people into whatever number of seats were in the hotel, whatever number of seats were in the restaurant. I remember being up in Chicago and doing meetings in restaurants with Dr. Castori, and we could only have the number of people that, were paid to be seated, and we had to pay for the meals, in advance and stuff. Well, that's not the case anymore. If you want to go faster, you use that app and you go through every contact in your phone. Then you go through every contact you have on Facebook. And then you do what April was talking about and make friends in all the different groups where you have an interest in the group, not spamming them, not spitting a video at them, not just posting something, but getting into conversations with people back and forth 3, 4, 5 times, and then sharing the information with them. Well, again, we're talking about from a laptop, we're talking about from an app on our phone. So that's my message, okay? Get rid of the fear. There's nothing, I don't know who said it, but the only thing to fear with fear is fear itself. Okay, there's nothing in our business, our products, our opportunity, our cell phone, okay? There's nothing to fear. They can't jump through the phone and strangle you, okay? And if they're obnoxious, you just block them or delete them. I mean, so let's embrace this. Let's all do this together. A lot of this is new. I look at where me and April were a year ago with this stuff, okay? I look at where we were, okay? And I look at where we are now, and I feel a million miles ahead of where we were, but I still feel there's a million miles more to learn. And it's not going to change that because there's always going to be kind of new techniques that come along. I learned something the other day. April showed me how, I could save a message. It's called text replacement, I think, on your phone. Type in a couple letters and that message just goes, and it stays forever. It's not like I got to go find the message and then copy and paste and start over. And then a week later, when the text gets buried and it's not there anymore, I got to kind of look for it again. No, this isn't my phone. This is like if I have a message and it's ABC, I type in ABC and that paragraph of that message just shows up. It's always there. Pretty cool, huh? And I could have 100 of those messages that apply to various things with my prospects, my customers, my distributors, compensation plan, whatever it might be. I could have them. I'm like, well, that was worth the price of admission, So let's all embrace change in our business. Okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. Our phones don't bite. Let's embrace it. Play with that app, figure out everything. If you have to get a texting buddy, I told you, text yourself. If you're married or have a spouse, text them. Okay. And you'll see what it looks like. Okay. But with the app, it shows up in the app and on the text. Okay. So you can see it both ways, but I understand you want to see what it looks like so you know what they're looking like at, I get that. Okay. So send it to yourself. Okay. So send it to yourself, test it, make sure the link works, the video opens, whatever it is you do, and make sure that that's right. And you're ready to go. And then do it 25 times. Okay. I'm telling you, you really, 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 really should be excited about what this company has done. Okay. I had no idea what was going on with this app. It's been going on for a year until I heard Kamal talking about it with Sarah Harding on the training, but it's been going on for a year. This is a year of nonstop working with distributors in the field so they understood what we needed and how it had to work. Besides just having the right information, it needed to work a certain way. It needed to work like Facebook worked. It needed to work like Instant Messenger worked. It needed to work like WhatsApp works. It needed to work that way, and it does. Okay. It's perfectly synced with our cell phones, our contacts, everything. So let's embrace all of that. Let's embrace change. Let's become masters at using that app. Let's commit to being on at 9 o'clock Eastern for as long as they do it. And they're going to take questions. They're going to train and take questions. And I'm sure by the time we're a week or two into it, we'll all feel like we're pros with it. Okay. So anyway, I will be on at 9. So, you can text me with anything you need. My phone has been blowing up since I started this, but I'm going to keep doing the trainings on Mondays at 7. So that'll stay on the schedule. It's just the chats and the power hours are on hold for now. So have a great night, everyone. I appreciate your time. I'll edit this and post it in the group, and we'll talk soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.